On the 28th of July 2020, Cathay Pacific ferried its first aircraft to Alice Springs, and over the course of the next 3 months, it was joined by 75 more Cathay Pacific aircraft and 10 Hong Kong Express aircraft.
2020, I came out to Alice Springs, and one of the first aircraft that I inducted was Lima Victor, so it was quite an experience, and I've got friends for life now from this experience that that I would never have worked with, that will always remain my friends going forward. So,
been in Alice Springs since November 22. I had a great team to support myself, particularly my on-site team. And to me, since I take over the job, I reactivate 44 aircraft back to Hong Kong.
To avoid wildlife or sand from going into the aircraft, we have covered all aircraft openings since the beginning of parking and carried out extra and extensive inspections just before reactivation. We had to think outside the box for solutions to minimize aircraft movement. In fact, we were the first operator to work with the aircraft manufacturer on a new wheel lock design and had to look for ways to locally manufacture these wheel locks.
Well, it's obviously fantastic to be able to be here in person. The last aircraft out will mark the end of, of an important 4-year parking and reactivation program. It's a very significant milestone in the company's rebuild, and I think when we look back on this, the end of the Alice Springs chapter is going to be a really important story in terms of how we've gone through the pandemic period and in a very complex process of coming out the other side of it. I think we owe a great gratitude and thanks to many parties that have been working really hard to make sure that this program was a success. So to be able to come and see many of the team in person and to recognise their contribution and to pass on our thanks is, I think, really important.
So I'm flying the aircraft back today. We're very proud to be flying this aircraft back to Hong Kong. We're going to go via Darwin on the way to make sure everything's operational before we continue on to Hong Kong later this afternoon.